Hello, YouTube. We are back with some more commentary for y'all. We are now in our officially first post-ban BT-15 locals over at Sully's Abode. Joined by my pinhead, my partner, the TJ man.
I'm less cooked this week. I feel better.
But yeah, like I said, we're here at Sully's Abode, which is the local card shop that we're at every Thursday. If you're in the Chicagoland area, they're located in Bolingbrook, right at the Promenade. It's a great shop to check out. They've got a ton of TCGs and locals and stuff that pops up pretty much every day of the week. And they do have a TCG player store, which I'll be linking in the video description down below, along with our socials. So please feel free to check both of those out. In today's matchup, we've got the popular Jose playing his armor list on the left. A little bit back, updated baby. Now. He's back and updated as he has used a piece from the new Terrier starter deck to see how things work. And we've got Coop playing I think a relative fan favorite deck in Gammamon. We haven't had a lot of Gamma on the channel, and Coop honestly has been cooking with this list. And he's been doing really, really well. So I think this should be a very interesting matchup.
I agree.
And I think Coop too, just a shout out to him. I mean, he's been cooking everybody with these random lists. He cooked me with Gamma last time I was over at the shop. He cooked people with Galacti in for funsies matches too. So he's been playing a lot of fun matches.
He likes playing more unorthodox things or rogue builds. He doesn't play much of the mainstream, I feel like.
Yeah, but a good player nonetheless. Very, very good player.
Oh, absolutely. I think it shows.
Yeah. But yeah, so enough chit-chat here. Let's hop right into the round. We do have a little bit of... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I spoke with Jose a little bit, later on in the night, and I know he said that he's not too sure about the current Armours list.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if maybe he just needs to revise his current list, or if he just doesn't like the Magnamon Focus. I do think that the Magnamon Focus isn't as good as it can be until we get the new secret rare Magna X and BT-16. But the new Magnamon is good. I think the new Magnamon's honestly really, really good.
Yeah, I just feel like in today's meta, the Magna Focus build I think does struggle a little bit. Because there's so many different ways to deal with it, and you lose a little bit of aggression, I feel like, if you're really focused just on the Magna play.
Yeah.
Which, admittedly, Armours... It's still an aggressive deck. Just not as much as it needs to be.
Yeah. And admittedly, Armours has a hard time against... There's so many different ways of removal and stuff nowadays that Armours does struggle a bit.
Yeah, but I was saying too, the camera angle is a little bit different now. We've tried out a different setup, so yes, there is a patch of glare where Jose's deck is, but hopefully the rest of the field should be relatively glare-free or less of an intense glare. So hopefully this works out for y'all.
We're doing our best to test different spots in the shop where the lighting is better and where it where there's less glare, basically. We do have some ideas for getting rid of it. It's just hard. We've tried different things, trying opposing lighting sources to try and cancel out the glare, trying out certain covers and stuff like that, but a lot of times it's just not big enough, or there's too many light sources for the other lighting things. So the other blind spot is Cooper's hatching area, I believe, but I think the rest of the board should
be okay. Yeah.
But we see both players getting started.
Yeah, I think Jose's got a pretty good setup, and then Coop straight up goes into the, I believe it's a Regulus Ace, which allows him to slip a Gammamon underneath, which then allows him to pop the Vmon. And that's the scary thing about Gamma. I think now with the new LM support that it got, there's so many different things it can do. It can wideboard, it can delete, it can control. And also,
it really needed the LM cards. Yeah. It really needed the LM cards.
And the fact that you've got all these level 5, level 6 ace cards, it really forces your opponent to be do I really want to do that or not?
Yeah. So he's going to swing. Jose's going to block here. That'll let him draw a card, and then he can play out the Vmon. Vmon will search top 4, add 1 2-color blue card.
Oh, Jesus, Coop.
And then... go into the Sirius,
which then pop the V.
Yeah,
lets him restand. He did slide under a Galoose underneath. as one of the source. So like I think the big thing too is that Gamma, it's not like machine-esque, but it kind of functions in a way where like you're kind of toolboxing your inheritables in a way. Yeah. So like to that degree, then you could kind of consider it that way.
It's similar in terms of like its sources are very important to it, as like, because like I mean every stack deck has important sources, but like you gain significantly more benefits out of the stacks for I think Machine and Gamma than other decks do.
Yeah.
So I think the thing I've noticed with like current like modern Digimon stuff with the new designers is that I feel like they use a lot of the lower pieces and the inheritables to build up to like their boss monster, rather than it being like something that really benefits the boss monster. And then almost every time like the level 5 has some sort of effect which benefits the boss monster's aggression or protection.
Sure. But here we see Jose basically going to the Magna. It is big enough to crash into Sirius, so that's what he ends up doing. Does gain some overflow memory and then goes into the Magnamon from the starter deck, which allows him to de-digivolve, which then Coop goes into a Galoose Gamma. A little bit of a frame rate drop, so bear with us. Should freshen up in a little bit.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
But what do you think about this new Magna in Armours? What are your thoughts on it?
And so new Magna I think is really, really good. I think it doesn't I think that it gives you a very good means of protecting yourself if like your opponent leaves a leaves a Vmon on board. Also I don't think he de-digivolved, or at least he shouldn't have de-digivolved the Gulus. I think Jose asked me this afterwards. I think he was confused about it.
Yeah.
But the new Magna, it's for each color one of your opponent's Digimon has. Trash that Digimon's top Digivolution card. Then return one of your opponent's Digimon without Digivolution cards to the hand. I think Jose thought it was like trashing like that top, like it worked like the Digivolving. Because the only time it de-digivolves is when it's hit on security.
Gotcha. We do see a Fire Rocket to give the Magna 2 checks, which unfortunately hits a Memory Setter hero for Coop, and then a Bokomon, which Bokomon low-key is also a great searcher for Gamma.
It is. Yeah, it's very, very good for Gamma. Does a lot of work for him. So it's what on play, reveal top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 card with Gammamon and its text among them to the hand, and return the rest to the bottom of the deck, and then all turns when one of your Digimon with Gammamon and its text other than Bokomon would leave the battle area other than by one of your effects. By deleting this Digimon prevents it from leaving. Like, that's good. Protection and search.
We see an armor texture come into play, allowing him to Digivolve once again into the Magnamon, which then trashes the top source. So we do see it sequenced correctly this time. Yeah. Trashes the Galoose Gamma. We swing. We end up dying, unfortunately.
Still has Sec +1 because of the Fire Rocket. We'll get that other check though still, which is good. Honestly, not a bad spot to be in. Pretty good aggression.
Yeah.
Jose does have the jamming V in back.
Yeah. And he does go into the Magna in the back. I almost would have just...
I would have just left it. I would have just hard played a Vmon or something, and then I would have just, or like done some, or even passed, and then I would have just, if I had the BT-7 Magna, or not BT-7, BT-8 Magna, if he gave me enough memory, just like push up the Vmon, swing jamming, go into that Magna on suspend, swing for game.
Right.
Maybe he doesn't have it, or wasn't thinking about it. I mean, he still has means he could do stuff, because he could still... Well, you know, the Vmons don't get rushed, so...
Yeah, I think that's the scary thing with, like, Gamma, too, is that there's a lot of defensive options, and even if you try to get rid of stuff, they just spit stuff out. Unless they get, like, bounced. Because, like, even if you deal with a big body, you're just kind of giving yourself more problems, potentially. Yeah,
and I do think, actually, that Cooper has blocker because of the Wesing Gamma that's in the...
In the sources.
The Kano Weiss's sources, yeah.
Yep.
So that won't actually work, yeah. Never mind. Okay, so we'll just go serious. Won't delete anything. Just hang out. Are Gammamon cards still overpriced?
I don't think they're that expensive. I think they've jumped up a little bit now that LM made it more relevant. But I think people aren't playing it as much. So I think they're still relatively like, I think they're affordable compared to where they were probably like when they first came out, you know?
Right.
Because we were seeing like Arcturus and like all them folks for like 30, 40 bucks each. Now they're like probably no more than 10, 12, I'd say.
Yeah.
And those are the alt arts
there, which is able to go for an Ace Evo.
Mm-hmm.
If it would so fit Coop's fancy. Man, those Itachi sleeves are so fucking cool that Jose has. I love those sleeves so much.
Yeah, I kind of see. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Because you do get rid of one body and you get rid of the Sirius. I do think passing over 6 memory can be a bit rough. Because the hero gives Coop more memory and he's able to kind of search and dig and do stuff.
Yeah,
which is wild.
On the upper side, on the upside, the Sirius can only delete something that has DP equal or less than. So he has to climb up 4 KDP to meet Death X, otherwise he's gonna lose that stack.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, even if he pops the Magna on his turn right now, the Vmon's still gonna play out, and he has to deal with that Vmon before it'll really stop anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so he will go into the Arcturus, who will be able to place one Digimon card with Gammamon in his text from his trash at the bottom of the stack. And then he can delete a Digimon with a level less than or equal to the number of Digimons of this Digimon Dissolution card, so he can delete level 7. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so he can delete that. And then, because of the Arcturus that's already in sources, he will be able to trash up card of Jose's security there. And then he'll just play the regular Ace. And then he'll pitch a card, be able to tuck a source under.
Yep.
And he can pop the Magna.
Not a bad turn.
No, pretty good. He cleared board. I mean, the Vmon will play out. Oh, we'll play out a different Vmon, though. Okay. I guess the search makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
It goes there.
And then Coop plays out a Boko to do his own search-in. Picks up a green. I forget the guy's name.
The Boko's playing out as part of the Regulus effect, because it deletes something and then can play out a level 4 or lower with Gammamon and text. So gain the 1 memory off of the Davis, go into a Vmon in the back. He has a lot of armor forms in trash, so in theory BT-8 Magna's probably pretty big right now.
Ooh, another Death X. So we remove that.
That's a lot of memory he's gonna gain.
Yeah. Not bad. Okay. Okay, so we gain the memory back, still keeping turn, so we can do a little bit of something potentially. So yeah, I mean, this is a good back and forth. You know, there's not a whole lot of like aggression yet. I think we're seeing our players sort of like kind of tiptoe around each other to kind of see like how they can get around the current situation.
6, 9, 12, 15. He plays it for 5.
Yeah.
Go to 2. He gained 3 back. He goes to 1. Yeah, okay.
And he ends up just playing or going into the Magna.
Yeah, just another blocker. Oh, it's so many sources.
Yeah.
That can of white stack.
And we see another Arcturus come out.
Yeah. So I'll be able to tuck another source.
Jesus.
So he's going to tuck another Arcturus.
Yeah.
He'll delete the Death X, and then he'll trash 2 cards off top of security.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, so Death X is gone, and then you're right. Security should be trash, no?
Yeah, it should trash it.
Yeah.
Off of the.
Oh, trashed an Ice Wall too.
Oof.
So he then goes ahead and swings, and checks into a Security Magna, which Security Magna should have an effect, no?
It should de-digivolve 1. Yeah. It looks like Jose missed it though.
I think either way, though, I mean, I don't think it really matters, right? Because Coop has another swing on board.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Jose didn't have another. So that's the thing where I think that's almost better to just hard slam Vmons on the board, because if you see that Magna, I think the thing is that because I know Jose was saying he wants to swap back to his old build. I think which like Well, his old build's really good. I think his current build's fine. I think it's more so just an adjustment of mental and how you play it is probably part of it.
Yeah.
Because like we both saw there's a couple of things that I think that maybe could have worked better in Jose's favor. If you went for him. But it's also hard because like Gamma is much like Gallant in the way that it is very good at just clearing boards and like just deleting everything and its mother. Like goes crazy. Okay, not bad. Be in the back, play Davis, but no other Vmon to play off the Davis effect. Be Cooper. Finds a Tamer and another Gamma.
And I think towards the end too, you know, as we start to see kind of Coop and Jose kind of set up their opening board state, like I feel like it is a good like what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's a good showing on Coop's like knowledge of the deck too, and I think skill in the sense that like you have to keep all those effects and like inheritable effects like in your head.
Yeah.
Like think about the stack that he had, and he had to remember what each card does, what his stack's able to do, and how to sequence things. So that's, I mean, that's kudos to him for being able to keep that straight. Because I know for sure I definitely fucked that up.
He should have paid 3, I think, for that Magna. Because I think the Vmon effect is only once per turn for the Evo to reduce.
Ooh.
Double check though, make sure.
Does have Blitz.
Yes, once per turn.
Goes into a level 5 here.
Oh no, I guess he played out the V1 after the other one dying.
Yeah.
So never mind. Ignore me. I'm stupid. I keep on just thinking that other one has armor purge.
So pitches a purple Gamma from the LM set, uses effect to pop the Vmon, swings 1 check, lives because it hits a Kuma. And Coop's, I think, sitting pretty good here.
Yeah, level 5 and level 4 on board. He's got his hero in the back. Honestly, if Jose had a Death X, I'd play it right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's totally fair.
Clear board.
Clear board and just put the pressure on to say, okay, well, whatever you play out is just going to die.
Yeah, because like the thing is, right, like if he's able to clear board here, he just nets so much like turn advantage because Coop's basically whole turn behind. And the only reason Death X was dying was because he couldn't clear that one big stack.
Right. It almost acts like a floodgate to what Coop wants to do because it puts him on a little bit of a like pressure cooker where it's like, okay, well, something's gonna die. You know, you have to deal with it.
Yeah. It is cool seeing Armours again, though. Yeah, this is definitely
Arcturus. Then we do Digivolve. We'll swing. Using effect to, I believe, pop the Vmon.
It didn't do Digivolve it.
No.
Armor Purged.
Armor Purge, yeah. It's another Magna. It's a lot of Magnas in trash already.
Yeah, it's 4. So that's what, plus 8k? If he goes into a BT7, a BT8. I don't know why I keep saying BT7. A BT8 Magna. I'm thinking of the 7k DP, and that's what keeps fucking with me, like the base 7k.
Oh, sure.
And my brain just keeps on going 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. Gain 2 memory. And he's counting his armor forms and trash one more time.
Man,
and so Jose, I think, is double checking what will happen if he deletes the Arcturus, because I think he does have, because he has that. So we'll be able to go into that. It should be 15 right now.
Should be 15.
Because big Magna.
I would be worried about an ace coming out on the level 4 that Cooper has. But we don't see an ace, we just see on deletion, which allows him to play out 2 heroes, which is crazy. And then since he got a Sirius in the trash, he's able to go
cut out Proxima. Which Proxima,
I forget
remember
exactly what
that
it
thing-
does, but
Yeah,
it
so
does a
all
lot.
turns, when another Digimon is deleted, you may play one level 4 or lower Digimon card with the Gammamon in its name from your trash without paying the cost. And then end of your turn once per turn by placing one Digimon card with Gammamon in its text from your hand or trash as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon's DP. So he just keeps clearing board.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
Where'd it go?
Where did it go? I looked away for a second.
And Proxima's gone.
He went into the new Magna.
Uh-huh.
Did you think he could trash it? What happened?
I'm not sure what happened there. I didn't catch it. So someone tell us in the comments below.
Yeah, because we both looked away.
Huh. Anywho's, we see Coop start to go again into a Regulus Ace, sliding underneath a Saurus, popping the Vmon. And then we see a Boko come out to search. He allows him to pick up another Regulus. Taps both heroes. Jesus, there's so many things going on with Gammas. Like, heroes get tapped, there are inheritals that are popping off.
Yeah, props to Cooper for being able to keep track of everything, because he does a very good job with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, because Arcturus is what? On deletion. Return one Digimon card from your trash to the hand. Then by trashing one serious mon in your hand, you may play one Proxima mon from your hand without paying the cost. Yeah. So we did all that. So I don't know what happened to the Proxima.
It's a Vmon insecurity, so big guy living. And then... yeah, it just plays out another Boko to choke to 1 temporarily. Picks up another Regulus Ace. And bottom decks the rest.
Yep, and this is where Jose really wants to see Death X.
Yeah, yeah.
Death X would be Lord and
Death
Savior
X
right now.
would be
'Cause he did
massive
3,
right
6,
now.
9, 12, 15, 18. Yeah, you can play it for free and he'd clear board.
And net memory as well, because he's going to get rid of the Regulus Ace.
Yeah, he'd actually gain 3 memory off playing Death X right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Boko would not save them, I don't think.
I don't believe he would.
Because it pops everything, so I don't think the Boko... Well, I guess he could pop the Bokos to stop... No, I guess he could Boko, actually. Because it's all level 4 or lower, then he could pop each Boko in an attempt to stop the stack with the regular Ace and the stack with the
Oh, double hammer.
Gamma from dying. Okay. Okay.
I think this is where, like, sort of what you were talking about earlier kind of makes sense. Like, the Magna focus is nice, but when you have a situation like this, I feel like that one big Magna stack is just not enough.
There's the
Regulus Ace. Slips under a source. Which then... Yep.
Delete level 4 or lower, so we'll try to delete the Vmon. The Vmon will be able to swing it at... We'll still do a security check. Dies to a Gamma.
Oh, no.
Looks like Jose does not have Death X to try and even attempt to do anything about this board state.
Because, I mean, like, Death X in hand is an automatic right now. Goes into Magna in the back. Ice Wall just to kind of hopefully stave off a turn. But Coop's going to be game... And, yeah. Puts out a Magna, which, with all that memory, I feel like...
The one thing that I'm really surprised by is I'm surprised Jose's not running any trainings.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Like, there's no training. I also wonder, like, I know I talked to you about this off cam too, but like a Zudo Ace, I feel like is also not bad, particularly in this matchup too.
That's more of a, like, I don't think that's something that I would expect someone to do though. I think
it's more of a stylistic thing, but the training's definitely
a tech choice.
Yeah, and Coop takes it in 2. There you go.
Big strong Gamma.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a new build for Jose. And Jose is the Armours guy. He will definitely find a build that's comfortable for him, or he'll go back to what he was doing before. And that build was working just fine. I don't think that build will perform any worse right now.
Right.
But still good showing. We did get to see a little bit of the new Magna, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, like I said, I think that the new Magna is really good, but it doesn't truly shine until we have the new Magna X, because that just... it's a whole other Magna target for Magna X to rely on.
Correct.
We also didn't get to see was they going to any Magna X this game either,
Yeah.
which was
But yeah, I think it's interesting. I know he's tweaking it around. I think we've got a very interesting build in Coop 2 with what he's doing with Gamma. And I think really showcased how strong it can be, right? I think we saw a lot of removal. We saw a lot of aggression. We saw a lot of wideboarding. And we saw a lot of like counters with the aces and stuff too. So I mean, like Gamma like is doing a lot of things all in one deck, which, you know, don't sleep on it. I think it can be pretty strong going into the meta moving forward.
I agree.
But yeah, that does wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you guys think. Thank you all for tuning in as always. We really appreciate all the support. And yeah, we'll be continuing to churn out more post-ban BT-15 content throughout this next week. Be on the lookout for a couple of new additions as well. We're going to try to get some deck profiles in and maybe talk about some other things regarding the card game in our future videos. So trying to spice it up for y'all. So be on the lookout for it. Hopefully you guys can enjoy that as well. And we'll see ya on that flippy flip. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.